What is up, dudes? It's Jeremy, and today we're talking about Westworld, which has very, very quickly become my new obsession, my new favorite show. There's only 2 episodes out right now, maybe 3 by the time this goes live, but probably not. And this show is absolutely fascinating. So I know it's an odd setup, but I wanted to get a video out there. I thought it was really important to get a video out there. I want to get a discussion going. I want to know what everybody's theories are, because this show has sparked so much. Like, my brain is just racing when I'm watching this show, trying to figure out what's happening now, what's happened in the past, where the future. I mean, there's so much. Like, this show is so rich in its story that I just thought it would be a lot of fun to like I said, just throw some theories out there. Especially, I think it's important to throw them out now, so that these things can unfold and we can see and look back and be like, I was right. I don't know if I will be or not. So let me know in the comments below what your theories are on anything, like any theories that you have for this show, because there's a lot of little things and a lot of big things that I think are going on. Like I said, the show has so much depth. I mean, it's amazing. It really is. The first thing I want to talk about is end game stuff, where I think the show is going as a whole. One of the most fascinating theories that I've seen is that Anthony Hopkins, that his character, what his end game is the transfer of human conscious into these hosts. And I think that seems really plausible. Absolutely. It seems really likely. Like, as soon as I read that, it clicked. I'm like, yeah, wow, that makes sense. We've seen in these first 2 episodes, Anthony Hopkins feels, he has like a godlike feeling to him, right? Especially when the second episode ends, it shows the church and kind of hints that's his plan. That's where he's at. He feels like he is playing God. And another thing that kind of hints towards that is, there's a comment made in the second episode, something to the effect of, you think this is for you. And this is like a host saying to a host. Basically, they were implying that Westworld was not for hosts. It wasn't for the players or the people coming into Westworld. It's about Anthony Hopkins and his need to, like I said, play God, or put himself in this godlike role and do whatever he wants. Have these hosts, have all these people at his disposal. So I think that to me was like the biggest theory for the show as a whole. That seems very plausible. It seems, like I said, just it clicked as soon as I read that. Now, one of the things that I know is going to happen, I'm just waiting for it, is that obviously one of our people on the outside, one of our humans, is going to turn out to be a host or an android or something of some, not human. And I think right now that my best guess is the assistant, and I can't think of his name, of course. Glasses. Here's a picture of him. It just seems to me, in the first couple episodes, first of all, he's very in tune with all of the hosts. He knows what they're going through. He's like just very in tune. He's also on the same page as Anthony Hopkins. Like, he's agrees with everything that he's saying. He seems to be his person that he goes to. They can kind of confide in each other. I just think it seems very likely that they would have such similar thought processes if one was designed by the other. So I'm very interested to see if I'm right on that. But there isn't a show out there with androids and such where there isn't a human that eventually gets revealed to be an android. And I don't care. I mean, that's fine. I'm not saying like that's going to be too predictable if they do that. I want to see that. I think that's a really interesting card to play. Now, let's talk about the Man in Black, because obviously that's what everyone wants to know. It's got a very interesting story, 100%. Now, I've seen some wild theories. I've seen some things that it's Anthony Hopkins in the past, 30 years in the past. I've seen some things that it's an old-time friend of his. I've seen some things. We can speculate all day who the Man in Black is. Again, I would love to hear your theories. We're all trying to figure out who the Man in Black is, right? We're all trying to figure out what he wants, too. I don't know what answers he's trying to find. What I think that he's after, I think more than anything, he wants the immortality of Westworld. He's been there for like 30 years. They say he's been coming there. On the outside, they're very aware of him. There was a comment made about he does whatever he wants, or nobody bothers him, or something like that. He's been going there for a long time. I think that the Man in Black is obsessed with, he just loves the immortality. He loves being a part of Westworld. And like I said, I don't know what he's searching for. I feel like it could be something like how to become more in tune with Westworld somehow. I don't know. Obviously, it's not a shallow storyline. There's something there, big time. But I think that that's going to be a long time. I mean, past like a first season and stuff. I don't think we're going to find out much of anything for a long time about the Man in Black. I don't know that he would have anything to do really with any of the other characters. We've seen how the characters enter Westworld, which was one of my favorite sequences. That was so cool just to see. I just wanted to see that process. You know, they come in, they register, they change their clothes. You kind of you get this little like green room, if you want to call it, you know, where you lounge and you relax, you get some drinks, you could fuck the hostess or whatever, and then you enter the Westworld through a door onto this train. I thought that was amazing. So I'm assuming that Ed Helms, or that the Man in Black, it has just been in Westworld. Like, I don't think that he comes back out ever, because he just seems to be so engrossed in Westworld and what's going on in Westworld. So I think we are going to get a lot of answers soon. In case I didn't make it obvious, I'm very anxious to find out what's next for Westworld. Dudes, let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what your theories are. Everything, whatever you want to talk about on Westworld, I'll be here all day on the comments. Thanks for watching, dudes, and feel free to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.
Some of them are remembering. Accessing fragments of previous builds.
This is not a fucking glitch. There's something bigger going on.
You think you know someone?
You don't know me at all.
People come here to change the story of their lives.
She is not like the others.
This park seduces everyone.
We're going to have some fun, aren't we?
Tell me, Dolores, if you did take on a bigger role for yourself, would you have been the hero or the villain?